There is actually a video I would like to watch with you guys, okay? You guys know that Blackwing Lair is coming out. Basically, pretty much now. And if you guys know who T-Moxie is, he is a classic WoW gamer. He uploaded a video, actually, of the PTR of them killing Nefarian. I think they did kill Nefarian. And I haven't seen the mechanics yet, so I thought it could be quite fun to see how this kill goes and see how they do it, right? Because apparently, if you've seen the screenshot that like's been circulating on Twitter, apparently it's very changed. So we'll watch this video and then we'll see how Nefarian is now. Because believe it or not, guys, Lethal will manage. That is my guild, by the way, in SOM. We will manage to get into Blackwing Lair and stuff like that whenever I hit level 60, right? So it's gonna be good. But let's see what this is. So let us see how it goes. Can you pretend like you're playing the character? I would never play a goddamn mage, okay? So the first... Oh my, there's a lot more mobs. So the first phase, obviously, Nefarian has 2 phases, right? You really didn't do Nefarian yet. Okay, Plunge, if you don't know what's going on, basically, the reason why we're watching this is because Nefarian, in Season of Mastery, the mechanics for the bosses are changed. They have actually changed a lot of the mechanics from the bosses, and therefore, I think it could be quite fun to see these, like see how it is and see how they go and stuff like that, right? Because they are very, very different now. And I haven't seen this. I don't know how much has changed. I don't know how different this boss fight is, but we'll see, obviously, right? So like, this is going pretty normally. It appears that the mobs are spawning a lot faster. I think they might have put in a thing where like the mobs spawn instantly when a mob dies. So instead of having like a fixed spawn rate, they seem to just be spawning like instantly. That's quite interesting. Okay, okay. So after you kill those all the mobs here, then it's gonna go to the next phase, right? Where Nefarian's gonna spawn and stuff like that, I suppose. And they die faster? Yeah. Okay. That's a lot of mobs, though. Like, a lot more than before. I guess that's good for the mages, man. God damn, all these mages, man, with the OP AoE abilities, man. Hardcore Nefarian kill? Jeez. Okay, so there's the black flame or whatever it's called. Okay. Okay, so the black flame went out. That means that Nefarian spawned. So now they're actually onto the second phase of the Nefarian boss fight, which is just the boss fight. So there's gonna be a bunch of class calls, I assume, right? So like the hunter's gonna lose their bow, or infernals are gonna spawn, or like people turned into giraffes if it's the mage thing. A rogue get teleported to Nefarian. I would assume what's changed about this boss is probably the class calls, right? Like maybe more class calls are gonna happen. Because right now it's sort of similar. They're swords. Okay, there's... Holy cow! Okay. Wait, so some swords spawn that cast out consecration and like, what is that? Some like lightning bolts? Okay. Actual mechanics. Yeah, it does appear so. Okay, so there's also Bob on the boss. You can see the boss is getting spammed with Blessing and Protection. Yeah, so they're kind of like purging that if they can. Okay, Warlocks, Infernals. Oh, shoot! Bro, there's... What is that? Wait, do these insta-kill? Or do they just do like a buttload of damage? Oh my, it's like you're playing like an upside down like DDR. Yeah, you're playing a DDR or something. Okay, so the Warlock class, I would assume the first class call we saw was the Paladin one with the consecration and the fire thing. This is the Warlock call because like Shadow Bolts and Infernals. And then there's also the Paladin one. So the Paladin also like pops Bob on the boss. Class call on you. That's a mage class call? Okay, so people gets like polymorphed and stuff. Anything else happening? There's a bunch of like stuff around the area. Oh, so there's also like arcane explosions. So people get sheeped around the mages, and there's like arcane explosions around the area. There's like random arcane explosions. Yeah, so like it's basically all the same class calls as before, but they added in like an extra bonus class call as well. That is interesting. Oh, this does a knockback as well. It's actually kind of cool. I like it so far. It's kind of sick. I guess we'll see if the last phase is changed as well with all these skelly boys when they come out. Okay, he's fearing as well, obviously, as he does. Also, the rogues. You see this, guys? This is the rogue class call. It spawns like daggers, like perdition plates around the area. What the? Is this Dragon Ball? What? What was that? That's the Hunter class call. There's like Dragon Ball, like Son Goku Kamehameha waves. What the hell? I'll skip it, sure. Dude, that is badass. Because like Nefarian, the Nefarian boss fight is very simple, right? So it's actually cool that they've done some of this to it.
Ka-ah-ah-mi-ha-mi on next episode of Dragon Ball.
Yeah, this is... I feel like this is how it... What is that? Oh. So like these weapons teleport to one person and then they do like a big AoE as well. There's actually like mechanics you have to avoid now and like stand out of and stuff like that. I think that's Warrior Call, yeah, I think so too. Like the weapons are flying through, so now like all the skelly boys spawned as well. That's normal. Is he gonna go like crazy when it gets like low percent? Druid Call, I don't think we've seen that before. Okay, okay. It looks like some kind of whirlwind. Yeah, I think so too. This is actually kind of cool. I like this. I like this. I think a lot of the changes they've done to the bosses actually is quite cool. It's not like they're... Because they still have the integrity of the bosses that they originally had, right? But they've just added like a little bit of extra flair and like difficulty to the bosses, which I think is cool. Okay, so the priest call, like they mana drain as well. So you need to like stand away from those things. Yeah, so priest call, they spawn the mana drain, like little things you need to run away from to mana drain. Okay, that's the boss. Okay, I like that. I actually like this. I like the fact that the integrity of the bosses is kept intact, but they've just added like a little bit of extra flair to them and a little bit of extra mechanics, which I think makes it a lot more interesting than just like, oh, rogue call, turn around the boss, or like, oh, priest call, you know, bing bong bang in the chat. Like, I like that a lot. I think that's really, really cool. Actually having to work for the loot. Yeah, but it's not like it's too much. And then this happened. Wait, what happened? Oh, I think it's Blizzard, like, messing with them. It's like, oh... It's all the class calls at the same time. Dude. Look at that, that looks sick though. Oh my god, it's the Warlock class call with the Shadow Balls and the Infernals, the Priest class calls with the Mana Drain, the Kamehameha waves from the Hunters, the Rogues with the blades flying around. Dude, that's awesome. I like that a lot. Good job. Actually, I think that's something that they've done that's interesting about SOM. Like, I think this is the thing that's like making me more excited to like actually try out like the raids again, right? Because we've all done the raids before. This makes it a little bit more interesting, I think, to do. Lidl will definitely finish Blackburn Lair, guys. Once we get the Hunter to max level on King's Fall, we will lead the cavalry inside this raid and kill Blackburn Lair. Okay, I'll link the video in the chat, guys, if you guys want to watch it. Go check out Team Moxie as well. He uploaded the video to his YouTube channel. There it is, man. There it is. Yeah, so that's basically it, right? That's kind of cool. Let me see here. During the class, do we put into nightmare brambles? Will spawn on the ground and roam around. If these nightmare brambles touch a player, they will be rooted and take nature damage over time. The nightmare brambles steeple can be easily dispelled and cleansed and isn't much of a problem. Oh. Hunter class call will destroy the ranged weapon like normal, but will also spawn copies of the hunter's weapon that cast corrupted shot on the field. A target reticle will appear somewhere in the brief moment later. A giant laser will then fire outward. Okay, so it does like 1400 damage. During the mage class call, they will cast polymorph like normal, but they will also cast arcane explosion over and over. So that's like a knockback effect, yes, we saw. The paladin class call is the same, but then there's consecration. Deals a little bit of damage. Okay, there's corrupted healing like normal, and then there's the mind flay as we saw. Okay, rogue players will be teleported, but then the weapon will spawn. The Shaman class call is uniquely, in comparison to other class calls, Bouncing Bolt will spawn and bounce between the room. Anyone new the Bouncing Bolt will have the debuff Pulse Lightning.
Everyone round them up, everyone round them up. Round up the Infernos and kill them. Round them up and kill them.
Shadow bolts coming.
What? Dodge the bolts, dodge the bolts.
You have to dodge them.
Bullet hell, boys.
Oh my god. This is sick.
Hey, we're back. Let's do damage on them.
Just make sure you dodge. Watch behind you. Watch behind you, dodge.
Dude, that's cool.
Dude, this is sick.
Use another shadow
This is so cool. Chill. Meet your mice.
I like that.
Up. Dodge shadow bolts. They're still coming out, so keep dodging them.
How much do they do? Anyone?
It's like a safe.
Not that much.
I like that, dude. Easily the most exciting class called all wall of spawn orbs that corrupted coil. So that's the death coils that like spams around. The damage isn't much, only 300 per coil, but it's quite exciting to see it first time. Also, it doesn't seem like they do a lot of damage, all the class call things. But I guess it does add up. Like if you a lot of your raids to suddenly take a lot of damage, you know, it can like mess up the raid pretty bad. Warriors will go into Berserker stance like normal, and like rogues, it will cost the clones of their weapons, and the weapons have two abilities, Charge and Corrupted Slam. And it is a 3-second cast that applies a 2-second stun. I'm gonna be molding if I get stunned. Yeah, it puts your healers behind. Well, that's the Black-Rune air mechanics, guys, for Nefarian. I mean, honestly, it'll be interesting to see. It'll be interesting to see how it's gonna go. I believe that once we get the guild to max level on Kingsfall, we're definitely gonna defeat that boss. You know, like for sure. It adds up if you can't dodge it. Yeah, that's true. You need to be able to dodge that stuff for sure. That's how it goes, I guess. You know, it's one of those things. Classic players being all, wow, this is hard when you gotta dodge like 3 things. Fucking hell, lol. Well, it's not that it's like insanely difficult and it's like crazy hard. And that's not the point of Classic WoW, really, right? It's not like the point of like having the most insanely difficult and challenging raid. It's just nice having like a little bit more of a difficult challenge. Will it's still keeping its integrity of the game. That's what I think, at least.